Elijah, a bright but restless 14-year-old, found himself adrift in the digital ether. His curiosity, a force as potent as any storm, had led him down rabbit holes of information, but tonight it led him somewhere far darker. He'd stumbled upon a link, a whispered promise of unfiltered access, and found himself on a forum that buzzed with illicit activity. The air, though virtual, felt thick with an undercurrent of danger and forbidden knowledge. He lurked, absorbing the jargon, the coded conversations, the casual discussions of exploits that would make most people's skin crawl. Then he saw it, a thread titled Beginner's Guide to Check Fraud, the ins and outs. Intrigued, he clicked. The posts were surprisingly detailed, breaking down the process with a chillingly pragmatic approach. Users operating under pseudonyms like Ghostmaker and ShadowScript spoke of bypassing security measures, of crafting counterfeit checks that looked and felt alarmingly real. He started with simpler tasks, soaking up techniques. He learned how to manipulate images, how to use Photoshop not for art, but for forgery. He discovered the intricacies of paper stock, the subtle sheen of security features, the precise alignment of fonts. The online mentors, a motley crew of seasoned fraudsters, seemed to relish his eagerness, his raw, uncorrupted intellect. They guided him through the digital labyrinth, showing him how to gather information, how to exploit vulnerabilities. The next logical step, they explained, was to target businesses. "Think bigger, kid," Ghostmaker had typed, his words appearing like a spectral presence on Elijah's screen. "Corporations have the most to lose, and their payroll systems are ripe for the picking." They taught him about SQL injection, about social engineering, about how to probe business databases for the golden ticket, employee payroll data. The goal was to create fake Chase bank checks designed to mimic the real thing so perfectly that they'd pass through the automated systems. Elijah's heart hammered a frantic rhythm against his ribs as he executed his first major operation. He'd meticulously crafted a set of fraudulent checks, each one a testament to the skills he'd acquired in the digital shadows. He'd chosen a mid-sized tech company, its online presence a beacon of vulnerability. He'd managed to compromise their payroll database, extracting enough information to create convincing facsimiles of paychecks. The thought of the money, the sheer audacity of it, sent a thrill of both terror and exhilaration through him. He'd planned to cash them at different branches, spreading the risk. The first one went through, the teller none the wiser, the electronic signature on the system a perfect match. He felt a surge of triumph, a dangerous cocktail of power and fear. But with the second attempt, a chill snaked down his spine. The teller paused, her brow furrowed. She ran the check through the scanner again, her movement suddenly more deliberate. Elijah's breath hitched. He could feel the eyes of everyone in the bank on him, though he knew it was his imagination. "Just a moment, sir," the teller said, her voice polite but firm. Her fingers hovered over a button on her keyboard. Elijah's mind raced. He saw the security cameras, the potential for alarms, the swift descent from illicit success to hard reality. He was about to bolt, to flee into the anonymity of the street, when another teller called out to the first, distracting her for a crucial few seconds. It was just enough time. The first teller, her attention diverted, returned to processing the check, her initial suspicions seemingly forgotten. The transaction completed. Elijah walked out of the bank, his legs feeling like jelly, the weight of his near discovery a heavy burden. He knew he was dancing on the edge of a precipice, and that one wrong step could send him tumbling into an abyss he might never escape. The dark web had given him power, but it had also shown him just how fragile that power truly was. The flickering cursor on Kai's monitor was a portal, a gateway to a world far removed from his mundane existence. He navigated the labyrinthine depths of the dark web, a digital phantom in search of something more. It was on a clandestine forum, hidden behind layers of anonymity, that he stumbled upon them. They called themselves the Fishmongers, a collective of digital predators who plied their trade in the murky waters of online deception. Their currency was stolen data, their prey, unsuspecting individuals. Intrigued and a little disturbed, Kai delved deeper, his curiosity outweighing his caution. He watched as they discussed their methods, their voices hushed yet confident in the encrypted chat. Spoofing, they called it. The art of making a fraudulent call appear legitimate. They'd masked their numbers, making them look like they were coming from the fraud department of major banks like Chase. Kai, a quick study with a natural aptitude for technology, absorbed it all. He learned how to leverage spoofing apps, how to craft convincing narratives, how to weave a web of social engineering that ensnared even the most cautious. His first attempts were clumsy, hesitant. He'd practice on burner phones, the thrill of the deception a potent cocktail of fear and exhilaration. He learned to mimic the authoritative tone of bank representatives, to inject just enough urgency into his voice to make people panic. "This is the Chase Bank Fraud Department," he'd begin, his voice a carefully modulated baritone. "We've detected suspicious activity on your account. To verify your identity, please provide your online banking login credentials." The response was often immediate, a cascade of personal information willingly offered. The fishmongers guided him, offering tips and tricks. They taught him how to extract one-time passwords, OTPs, the final key to unlock a victim's digital vault. Once inside, the money flowed out. Or, if direct transfers were too risky, they'd instruct the victim to withdraw all their cash, claiming it was for a secure deposit. Kai would then arrange a meetup, a shadowy exchange where he'd receive the physical currency, a tangible reward for his digital machinations. The money piled up, a testament to his newfound skill, but with success came a gnawing paranoia. Every unfamiliar car, every lingering glance on the street sent a jolt of adrenaline through him. He was playing with fire, and he knew it. The close calls were becoming more frequent. One evening, a victim, more savvy than most, started asking too many questions. Kai felt the icy grip of panic. He fumbled his words, his carefully constructed facade cracking. He managed to end the call abruptly, his heart hammering against his ribs. He'd almost been caught. The digital shadows, once his playground, now felt like a cage, and the walls were slowly closing in. He was a ghost, a phantom. But the real world, with its consequences, was starting to catch up.